Hi, I'm Chef Gail Sokol and welcome to my kitchen. Are you ready for Halloween? I've got a delicious devilish pumpkin cake for you. And you can use it for harvest time. You can use it for Thanksgiving, anytime you want. So what I did was I made a video with a fudgy chocolate bundt cake. And you can watch that and get the recipe for one of these, and you want to make two of them. So I have two, voila, two of these, and together they're going to make a pumpkin. It's amazing. So what I've done is I have a little turntable here. If you don't have a turntable, don't worry about it. But I did cut a little small cake circle, cardboard cake circle. If you want to just put it right on your serving platter, you can do that. And I put one of these lovely bundt cakes upright. And now I have made some beautiful, simple, the easiest vanilla buttercream ever. Again, I've made a video for it so you can see that and make some of this. And you're going to put some on top. I think I'm going to get a spoon. I think I'm going to get me a spoon. All right, there we go. And you can take your offset spatula and just start smearing so that we can adhere our pumpkin, because this is only half a pumpkin. We want to make a whole pumpkin, right? And you want to use, you can use a regular bundt pan or you can use one of these fancy schmancy ones. All right, so you want to, enough icing in the middle, just enough to get everything sort of glued together. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen this one and I'm going to gently take it with my hands. It's pretty sturdy. I hope it's pretty sturdy. And I'm going to put it on top. Oh, look. I got myself a pumpkin. A pumpkin. Now I'm keeping the pumpkin white. You don't see any orange here, right? I'm going to go wash my hands. So I don't want any chocolate icing or chocolate cake on my hands, because I don't want to get it on the white buttercream. So why do you ask, am I not coloring my vanilla buttercream orange? I don't know. It's a little different. Everyone's got the white pumpkins now. If you have to have an orange pumpkin, add some orange food coloring to that. And this is a big pumpkin. And there's a big hole in that cake. All right, so I have, and don't worry about it, I've already thought about it. I have a homemade chocolate chip cookie that I made, and we're gonna put it right in the middle. So you can even take a store-bought one if you want. So this is the time we're gonna start frosting. So you're gonna add some of your buttercream, and you're gonna be careful that you don't get any crumbs in here, all right? You don't wanna overdo it. This is a big pumpkin. Oh my goodness. You can even make a jack-o'-lantern if you wanted to. So I'm just going to gently spread this down. All right, I'm going to add more icing, don't worry. You don't even have to put it in the center because you're going to have your cookie in there, but if you want to put more icing down the center, you can. Or better yet, you can actually take some small candies, fill it up in there so that every slice, there's a little bit of candy goodness coming out, because that's a fun thing to do during Halloween. All right, so we're just going to get this pumpkin shape. And I don't want to, sort of slather it on too thick, because I really don't want, you can see it's coming down. So I really don't want to, I want to control the buttercream. Let's put it that way, because we really want to make this pumpkin a pumpkin. And if you didn't want to spread the buttercream like this, you could actually pipe in each roundish section. All right, but I don't have enough time here because you don't want to be seeing me do that. So I'm just gonna, I think I'm using my spatula now. So do it any way you want. And then what I did was I made a separate amount of icing, buttercream again, and I dyed it with gel. You want to use gel food coloring because it just works so much better. And I did it moss green because that's sort of Halloween-y, right? You don't want to use like a garden green or a pea green or a grass green. You really want to use the moss green. It's got that creepy look, right? All right. This takes a little bit of time. Take your time doing this because, again, you're trying to cover this big cake. It's a big cake. And make sure it's centered so you don't see your pumpkin sliding off. Oh, and do reserve a nice big area in your fridge so you can store it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, now that's a pumpkin. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Oh boy. And like I said, I can't just plop like you would if you had a round layer. You could put all the frosting on top and just sort of smear it around. Here you really can't because you're gonna end up dropping it all over. And we don't want to do that. So you're getting the gist that this is a round pumpkin shape, or not a round pumpkin shape, it's just sort of curvaceous like a pumpkin. Okay, and I'm just going to go all the way around. And take your offset spatula and really use that because that's going to be your best tool. If you don't have one, a butter knife will do, but an offset really works well. Okay, more icing. You might need a few recipes of the white icing. All right, again, don't overload it yet because it's going to just drop. We don't want to drop our buttercream. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, buttercream never lasts too long in my house. Everyone likes it on everything. They spread it on cookies, they spread it on my brownies, they spread it on things that shouldn't even have buttercream. I can't even tell you. So buttercream is fun. And it's easy to make, and you can keep it in the fridge. You can even freeze it. But make sure it's at room temperature when you use it because butter gets very hard when it's cold, and you won't be able to spread it. The buttercream will tell you when it's ready. All right, so I'm going to keep going. I'm almost there. I'm almost ready to put my cookie on top, actually. And if you see any, dark spots shining through from the cake underneath, because we are choosing to do a dark cake. Just work it, work it, work it. This is exercise for my wrist. Usually I'm working my abs when I make like yeast bread or something, but here it's sort of an easy spread. And start working vertically now because you really want to get that pumpkin look. All right, we got to go all the way down. All the way down. Get right to the bottom where that cake circle is. And if you don't have a turntable, just keep going, working around. We're almost there. We're almost there. Hey, it's a big pumpkin. It takes time. This did not come from the pumpkin patch. That is so funny. Wouldn't it be cool if they did? Just a fully buttercream pumpkin coming from the pumpkin patch in any cake flavor you want. And if you don't want to make it with a chocolate cake, you could actually make a pumpkin cake, or you could make lemon cake, a lemon pound cake, whatever you want. Whatever you want to do, you can do. All right, so I'm working it here, going all the way down. Okay, see? Go right to the edge. If you do have that cardboard cake circle, go right to the edge of it. Because you don't want to see the cardboard cake circle, but we are going to transfer it to a serving platter. So if you have a nice spooky Halloween platter, this would be the time to use it. And then you could just store the whole thing in the fridge. All right, so I'm going down. I'm really trying to keep this sort of vertical. All right, a little bit more to go. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Woo! Almost there, almost there. And then what I'm gonna do is I took a plain tip, a smallish plain tip. This is where I'm gonna take my cookie now. And I'm gonna put it in the center. See, I'm just gonna plop it on top. Cover that hole, and then I wanna cover this with white icing as well. Okay. Now I made a pumpkin stem, and you can make one out of anything you want, but I like almond paste. So what I did was I dyed some almond paste brown, because I thought that would sort of be cool. And I shaped it into this marbleized stem. And I'm going to show it to you. I think it's beautiful. And you know, you can bend it and twist it like some pumpkins, you know, they're a little funky, you know, right? They grow in pumpkin patch, and they grow all different ways. So you never know what you're going to get. And if you see a little chocolate cake under there, cover it up. Okay. All right, so now don't go around too fast, because you don't want to throw your pumpkin off your turntable. Remember centrifugal force when you were a kid, and you learned that in science class? All right, so now I'm going to start my decorating. Okay, right there. And I have my moss green. Now maybe you might want to come over here to sort of follow me. Start wherever you want on this, and I'm just going to do like this cornelian work, where I'm just going to do zigzags all around. And if you see any of the chocolate cake, go over it with that cornelian work. And again, I had a little bit of a break, so I'm going to fill it in. And remember, if you don't want to do this cornelian work, I just thought it might be fun, right? You can actually do an actual jack-o'-lantern if you want. There are no rules with pumpkins. There are no rules with pumpkins. Pumpkins are artistic in any way you want. Just be careful, because gravity works, and the frosting got to get real close to the cake. Oh, zigzag it, baby. Zigzag it. Oh, nice. Nice. So this is called cornelian work, and it's sort of fun to do. Let the kids do this. This is fun. Let them do whatever they want. You could even stick candies on here. All right, you could do anything you want, and then just stop wherever you see an opportunity, and then start up again. There are no rules, like I said. Whoops. That happens. So I'm going to attach myself to the cake. Ooh. Okay, so you see where I'm going with this? Just go all the way around. It's easier once you start going back on top. And then if anything breaks, just join it together. I'm going to start again. Zigzag. Zigzag. It's just so much fun, and it's actually very relaxing. Just zigzag it. zigzag it. You can actually put on some colored sugar if you wanted to on here, some orange sugar, or any color you want, because who said a pumpkin has to be orange? I say it can be any color you want. There is no pumpkin police. Right, so just zigzag. Just be careful when you go down this really, really steep area here. Be careful. Ooh. All right, we're almost done. All right, one little area, and then I'm going to put it on my serving platter. Because we're getting steep. We're going deep and getting steep. Okay. This will firm up in the fridge, so you gotta really make room in your fridge. Because this is a big cake. And you cut these very thin. This will feed a lot of people. Lots of people. It's a big pumpkin. Okay. See how it's tiny here? I'm just gonna fill in a little bit. All right, now I'm ready to go onto my serving platter. So I have a really pretty gold serving platter here. I'm gonna need a little help. I may even need more help than this. And I'm gonna slide this baby off. And you must put it on a cardboard cake circle. It actually helps. Okay, and just remember, it's heavy. This is heavy. Slide it. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Will Chef Gail make this pumpkin fall? I don't know. I hope not. I'm not breathing. I'm not breathing. Just let one finger out. That's the trick. And then slide this out. Watch. I did it. Okay. So there you have my beautiful devilish pumpkin cake. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you become a subscriber. And I'm going to cut into this baby and have a slice. Until next time.